Um, I don't know why. I just looked at the screen and you know how it shows the time it's supposed to be coming on? It showed AM. So I really quick went in. I was proud of myself. I figured it out. Really quick went in, changed it to PM, and here you are. I hope everyone is having a lovely week. It is Wednesday. That means 2 more days of work, and we get the weekend. Um, yeah, it's been really hot here. I don't know where everyone is living, where they're at. If you're out and about out there, please let me know that you're there by saying hello. And I'd love to see you there. So, um, hold on a second. My dog is scrounging around here. Hey, go lay down. Go lay down. I got some packages, of course, from Amazon, and I have bubble wrap, and I was always told don't throw away bubble wrap, so I kind of have it like in a box in the corner, and she was going in it. Don't have a lot of room to store this stuff, but I don't want to get rid of it if I need it, right? Yeah, typical hoarding person here, I think. Not a real hoarder. Craft supplies, yes. Other things, maybe not so much. So we're here today to play with the sweet, the amber, what is it? Hold on, sorry, I should know this. Autumn Toile, that's it, right? Autumn Toile, and it is one of my favorites they have ever had, Stampin' Up's ever had. I think it's so pretty. Now, not everybody's gonna love it. I did a lot of coloring with it. You don't have to do a lot of coloring with it, but I love coloring, so I chose to do that on this card class. So these 4 cards you can purchase through me for $25 plus if you need it shipped, $6 for shipping, or you can place a $50 order through me of Stampin' Up product before shipping, taxes, and any use of the Stampin' rewards. And keep saying gotta get rid of that. But it's a fun class. It's a fun set, or sets I should say. There's 2 stamp sets and 2 die cuts, and then there's paper embellishment. What else? And a specialty paper that's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you down to the area that you can see. Also wanted to say there's a special out for signing up. I have my first person. I'm so excited. Thank you, Kathy, for signing up with me. I appreciate you being part of 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper, and I hope you'll really enjoy it. I know you enjoy Stampin' Up products because you definitely have been purchasing and using. Kathy's taken a couple classes with me in person, which was wonderful, and now she is part of Stampin' Up. So if you would like to join Stampin' Up, there's 2 specials going on, and of course I should have had that up. Hold on, let me just bring that up really quick so I don't tell you wrong. I when I put it on Facebook, I put one of them, the Canadian special, and that doesn't work for us. So you can either get pay $35 to join and get $125 worth of product, no shipping or handling, just $35, and you get to choose whatever you want for 125 of the product. And then the other one is you pay $99 and you get to choose $189 worth of product. Again, no shipping. And then you get a demonstrator number and you get 20% off product. And as you go along, you can get up to 25% off and other odds and ends too. So, I mean, I'm trying to get this into being a business of some sort, but you can totally, which I've done for a very long time, just be a demonstrator, as a crafting demonstrator, or what do they call it? Somebody that just use it for themselves. So, and just get the discount. and all the little perks that you get, or big perks that you get being a demonstrator here. The product is fabulous, as many of you know, and the people are wonderful, and I just love it. So please reach out to me. I'm going to show you my information when I go ahead and put you down to the table. So why don't I go ahead and do that? Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Here we go. I'm going to turn you around. Let's see, I do this right. Did I do it? You're going to see my ceiling, I think, for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on. I should have turned you around before. Did it work? Let's play. There we go. Woo-hoo. Okay, sorry, you gotta play a little bit. I don't know how some of the demonstrators just put it in and it's all good. Like, not a problem. I'm constantly having to move things around, get it perfect, or at least as close to I can. Okay. I think we're good. I'm working on, I have a craft fair this weekend, this Saturday, so if you're in Walworth County area, the fairgrounds has a huge craft show, and I'm going to be there, my first big one, and I'm nervous as I'll get out, and I'm trying to get some things done, and I'm afraid I won't have enough stuff or information or whatever I need, but I'm trying to get a Halloween banner done to hang up, so that's what that was. So, this is my information. I am Georgine Darbrow. My business name is Georgie's, or Two Long Dogs and a Stamper. You can find me on Facebook and of course YouTube on with Two Long Dogs and a Stamper. You can go to my Stampin' Up site where you can purchase product, and I do have a calendar there, and I'm trying really hard to get that going. And I'm going to do that. So you can see that at georginedarrow.stampinup.net. And then my email address is georgies2longdogs@gmail.com. And that's one way you can reach me, or you can reach me by message me on Facebook, Two Long Dogs and a Stamper, or here's my phone number. Texting is best, 262-812-3841. Okay? There you go. I'm just going to put that here. I don't know if you're going to see it or if you can see it, but so let me show you this suite. It's a big suite. It uses Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Early Espresso, Very Vanilla, and Great Granite. Lots of beautiful colors. Okay, so I thought I was being smart, and I have a laminator here, a little laminator, and I have my own binder because I don't like the school's binders, so I got my own to make books and stuff. So I thought I was being smart. I cut a little bit off. I laminated the front and back covers. Got all excited. I put the binder on, thinking I did great, and yeah, I can't open it. The binding is too small. So yeah, well, at least, you know, it's not going to get all bent, I guess. But this is the suite. So you get 2 stamp sets. You get 2 sets of dies. You get this pretty foil paper. It's like a bronze. They call it brown, which to me it looks like a bronze. This, these, I can't think of, but they're adhesive backed streaked dots. Embellishment, that's the word. Oh, I forgot. And there's ribbon, not to make bows. It's kind of hard, but it's kind of cool too. And this beautiful paper. It's double-sided like always. There's always like a side that is very neutral, able to use with pretty much anything, and then other side is a little more to the point of the stamp sets. So the suite itself is item number 165904, but there's components if you don't want to get the huge suite, because there is a lot to it if you don't like it all. But I love this. I love it, love it, love it. I love the colors. I love the nature, everything about it. So let me go ahead and show you the cards. I showed you last week. This is the first one. The tree is my favorite. Okay. Number 2. And I didn't do a lot of the coloring because I feel like sometimes I do too much of the coloring off camera and then you guys don't see me coloring. And if you want to, then you miss out. And then this one. So I'm just going to grab one and see which one I get. And that's one we'll do first. What is it? Oh, okay. It is this one. Okay. So this is called a book, I think a book bind fold. And it's 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at the 5 1/2 and then at 4 1/2. And what you do is you just add glue to that area that's scored, and then press it down, just like that, so that it opens and closes like a book. See? Okay, so why don't we go ahead and stamp first, and then we'll do, you know what, I already did do some of this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. To see, I was doing some for the craft fair, but I'm going to go ahead, instead of coloring all of them, I really want to color the tree for you, just to show you my idea of the tree. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and then we'll die cut it out. And this one I used a little bit of more Cajun craze. See how this one's got more of the greens? And this one I added a little more of the Cajun craze, or the oranges, just to change it up a little bit. I think it'll still look okay on this. Let's see. Let me get... I think it's in this one. This is called, yeah, the amber. It's so weird. This is the amber autumn dyes, and I was thinking differently. Never mind. So we'll play with this one too. It is so cool. Hold on. But this is the dye that goes with it. So I'm going to go ahead. So yes, I stamped this already and I colored already. You're going to see coloring, but just if I color everyone, we're going to be here forever, and you guys might get bored. And I don't want you to get bored. And I'm going to use my post-tape. See people watching. If you want to say hi, please say hi. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to keep it still. And I'm just going to put it through the die cut machine really quick. It's on the floor. This whole stamp set and die is just so pretty. I don't know if you like, people out there like the nature look, but I love everything to do with nature. Yet I can't grow anything, but I like to look at it. I do not have a green thumb. So there you go. And we do need to do 2 of the circles. One in Mossy Meadow and one in the designer paper. So let me go ahead and get that. Put this back so I don't lose it. Okay. So I need this piece and this piece, and we're going to use, as always, I seem to use them on almost everything I do because they're my favorite, the Spotlight of Nature dies. And I used, yeah, you can tell I've been playing too much with them. They're all over the place. I used that one, and I used that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get those ready. I can go ahead and put them on both at the same time. There's enough room. And I really lost, oh, there it is. So if you purchase this class, I have one person purchasing it so far. If you purchase this class, you'll get everything that you need to make these cards except for the actual stamp sets or the stamps themselves onto paper, because we cannot do that. Stamping up, that's a rule of stamping up. We can't stamp this in. We can do die cuts and box and all that, but we can't stamp. So you get all the paper, all the die cuts needed for making the cards, ribbon, embellishments, all that good stuff. So sometimes if you don't have the stamps that I'm using, you can probably use something else. This one, I mean, you can use something else, but this stamp set, oh my gosh, way too pretty not to have. Okay. It would be a really fabulous Thanksgiving, I think, for Thanksgiving cards, because it's all about like the sayings. I'll show you before. Only one has sayings. It's blessed to have you in my life. Autumn wishes, grateful for you, thanks, and you're simply the best. I mean, those are perfect for Thanksgiving. So, put those back for now. Okay, and we are also going to use the little leaf and like wheat or whatever that is, these two. And we're going to use the specialty paper, this beautiful bronzy, it's brown, they call it, let me see, earthen tone metallic. It's like a brown, and to me it's bronze. So I'm going to get a piece out. And we're going to do one leaf and one of the, whatever this is, wheat or whatever it is. It's so pretty though. It adds such nice something to the card. I had that stuck to my arm, so I might as well use it. I didn't put that through. And I saved everything, so like, okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oops. It stayed on the machine. That's funny. Okay, we're going to use these again, so I am just going to put them in this little box, and hopefully I'll remember that they're there. And so we're going to use the leaf. We're even going to use this little part that was in the center of the leaf. I added that. Okay. See, this was like this. And I even added that, thinking why waste it? It looks kind of like a branch. Okay, what else do we need? I think that's it. That's all the stamping for this card and all the die cutting, I believe. Oh, wait. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting it together. So you remember you have this base. The base is, what is this? Espresso. And I can't think of course, the name off the top of my head, and I should because I use it all the time. Early espresso. Jeez. And we have the DSP paper. And then for a mat, we have Mossy Meadow. So we're just going to mat the stripes, and we're going to put it on the front of the card. So let's go ahead and do that. This is really pretty. I love the color. It's the Cajun Craze, and I love foxes. They're super cute. I made something with it, but I know it's not a preference to everybody. But I kind of liked it. I thought it's pretty colory. I don't think I used it on any of my cards. think I did the stripes up and down, but you know, it's to each his own, however you want. But they fit. If I send this to you, I'll cut it so that it is up and down. Okay, that's for the front. And I just line it up so that there's like a little bit of a mat all the way around. And this is another piece of the DSP, a different kind. This is one that I did not use. It's got pheasants on it. Not totally my kind of thing. But if you have a person that loves pheasant hunting, I guess that would work really well for you. So that's probably the only side I did not use. And then again, mossy meadow. And I just put it in the center so that it's all matted. And this is going to go on the side, like the book binding side, right here. And then we just get to add the fun things on the front. Okay, this goes first, and I just centered this in the center of the center of this card, the front of the card. Just making sure both sides have about the same, equal on each side. And then this was just added to the center of that one. You can even use that side too. And center that to there. And then this I popped up, so I'm going to go ahead and grab dimensionals. And we're going to put a lot of stuff underneath it. So we're even going to use the ribbon. Again, this ribbon, I mean, you can use it to make bows, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of chunky, if that makes sense, the ribbon. But it's really natural looking, but it's not soft. It's kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's cool. I don't mind it at all. So what I did was, I think I did about 3 inches twice, so 6 inches of this. And we're gonna put it on here too. What I did was, I did this. I know this is opposite, but I probably should have put the ribbon on this, but I put the ribbon on this circle. So I took a piece of tear and tape. Hello, hello. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so glad you popped on to tell me that. Have a good night. And I just put some here, and I put some here. Oops. There we go, sorry. Okay, and I take it and I just fold it in half. And put it right there. And then take the other one and do the same thing. We're going to add the other pieces too, but I'm just going to put this down. Just maneuver it in the center. Honestly, this is however you want to put it. And then we're going to add these pieces, the pretty bronzy pieces. Might have to add more glue. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. I'm just going to stick it in here. take this tall piece. I'm going to stick that up here. Let's see if I can, nope. I need a little glue. Hi, Hazy. My dachshund wants me to come sit with her. I will when I'm done, kiddo. She hears something outside. She keeps looking. And then I took this one. I thought, like I said, it looked a little bit like a branch, and I didn't want to waste it. I put that. Hazel, no. She's got the most awful bark. Hey, no. Somebody's... Hazel. Shh. I'm sorry. Hold on. I apologize. 1 second. Let me stop her. Hey. Shh. I'm back. So, we live at a barn. It's not our barn, but we rent a little house / apartment here. And there's always people coming and going. And there was a truck. I don't know whose it was, but... And they had their backup signal on. You know, the beep, beep. And, yeah, she heard that. So that's why she was causing a ruckus. I mean, I get it. Lots goes on here. It's usually quiet, but every once in a while it's not. So I just trimmed up so it wasn't too long. Now, I did not put a sentiment on the front. That doesn't mean you can't. I just chose not to. I thought there was a lot on there. I mean, you could put something little here. I guess I could have put grateful for you there. You know, but I didn't. So, again, that's a choice. And then I used the embellishment, and I love these embellishments too. They're just so pretty. I love this color. So I took a big one and put it up here, and then lowered it a little bit. And then I took a big and small one and put it here. And then on the inside, I stamped. Oops. I think this one has a... Came off without the sticky part. There. Okay. And then on the inside, did I not cut a piece? I don't think I did. Let me cut a piece really quick. It's 4 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So 4. I think. Let me see if I remember it correctly. Might be too small. Yeah, too small. I did not remember correctly. I have this here. 4 and 4 1/4. That should be fine. Oops. Uh-oh. Hold on. I had my computer plugged in and I dropped and it unplugged. I don't know why my computer, well, it's old, doesn't take a charge very much anymore, so that I have to keep it plugged in. Okay, and what I did was I stamped at the top, blessed to have you in my life, and put the little strip, and I remember cutting that, so, oh, here it is, at the bottom, and then more of the embellishment. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down at the bottom. I should stamp first, just in case it doesn't come out good. Then I can turn it over, but I'm going to live dangerously. Put that down, and I'll just trim that little piece off. then I used Mossy Meadow. Let's see. I thought I used Mossy Meadow, maybe not. Well, I'm going to use Pecan Pie on this one. I don't know what I did with my Mossy Meadow. But I had it right here, and I don't see it. I'll find it when I don't need it. That's okay. We can use Pecan Pie. That'll work too. And I used Blessed to Have You in My Life. I mean, that's so awesome. Wouldn't you love to be told that a person is blessed to have you in her life or his life? And I just put it up in the corner. Oh, I rocked it a little bit, I hope. Yeah, not too bad. And add some bling. I don't know if you've heard, Stampin' Up! Is not going to do the red rubber anymore. They are going to do just the clear, which honestly I know the red rubber is the old-fashioned way, and it's got, you can get better details, they say, but I like the clear so you can see through it and see where you're placing it and knowing that it's going to come out okay, or at least as close to being okay. And then the inside, I used a big and too small, I think. Yep, a big in the center. And then 2 smalls. There. And 1 there. And we'll just add this in, and we're done with the first card. Oh, okay. So don't do what I did. And it's supposed to go like this. I did the wrong way. So I'm going to trim off the bottom. As Rose Coleman always says, it's live stamping, so mistakes happen, right? And it's not always a mistake. Sometimes it even makes it better. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Nope. I have to take off more. Hold on, I'm gonna have to cut it because I put the embellishments on. So it didn't cut all the way through because the embellishment was there. And the blade couldn't get down. Let's see. I will try to do this over when I'm done here. See, this is 4 by 4 1/4, and I put it the wrong way. It's 4 1/4 by 4, and I put it 4 by 4 1/4, so it didn't fit perfectly. So this is the first one. Oh, see, there's that paper. I knew I cut one. This is the one I made earlier. This is the one I made now. Pretty much similar, a little different coloring. Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, Jean. How are you? Okay, let's see. What is the next one? I'm just going to grab one. Oh, it's this one. This one is actually, I think, the easiest. There's some die cutting and a little bit of stamping, but no coloring. So I just took a big piece of it. You wouldn't be getting that big of a piece, but this is the card. So we did some embossing, die cutting, a little stamping, and this is where we get to use that pretty embossing plate that they have in there. So yeah, Why don't I used, oh, I think I better get that out. I don't think I have that out yet. I thought I had everything out, but I think I forgot that one. That stamp set. That one, hold on. That one is with the notes. I think it's called. What is that? Note, no. I thought I had them all out. I can just cut it though. I don't have to use the dies. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Texture notes. That's it. I knew it had notes in it. I used the dies in this. I love these dies. So I used, you really can't see them much on the paper that I used, but it was still, it was a good way to cut the paper without just using, so I used these two. You know, using a trimmer. So you need one going this way, and that's this one. And then let me trim that off really quick. And then the bigger of the two dies will be going this way. And run that through. We also need, let's see if I can get this to go on. We need, again, as I said, I use it constantly. We need the Spotlight in Nature. Is that this one? Yep, that one. On this piece. And let's see how much of this we can get die cut in one swoop. Wouldn't that be cool? And we need some of the, we need the leaf out of this. Pretty foil paper. And we need the deer. And I'll show you the deer. I haven't showed you the deer yet. That leaf again. There we go. And then the deer. Are in the autumn tree dies, I think. This is the die that cuts out these guys, and I covered part of it, but the majority, and I cut off a little bit, I think. Yeah, I cut this off. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that. How much I can get to go on this. Oh, and then we have the big one, but the big one will not fit, so we'll do that one after. Okay. So we have this, and we have this. Oh, we might only be able to add this. I think we can add this, so I just have to do the circle. I'll show you before I put it through. So the only thing I couldn't fit was this one circle. I'll do that one after. That's what the machine does. And it's all okay. So let's get rid of some of this. There's that one. See, you really can't see it too much, but I still love it. Just a little faint something, something. Here. And this one. See? You can still see it a little bit. Right there. A little edging in our leaf. And take that little piece out. We'll use that again too, might as well. And then our deer, doe deer, female deer. And I just trimmed this little piece off. I didn't use the whole thing. Okay. This off really quick and like a little piece of paper on it. I just got new cutting boards and they last a long time, but I make a mess of them. They get so cut into. But I mean, that's what they're there for, right? Okay. I think that's everything. Okay, oh no, the circle. The circle, and then this fun die. Let me find it. This one. This one is so cool. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? So I think I'm gonna run to the utility room, which is right here, and get a dryer sheet and show you something that I learned. One sec. Okay, I'm back. So, I think I saw this, I watch Rose Coleman in the morning. I watch her replays. And, she said to use a dryer sheet, and you run it through the, die cut machine, just like this. So, I'll fold it this way. Just like this. And something with the dryer sheet makes the things not stick in all the little crevices. So let me get everything out of all the little crevices. See how I used it and didn't clean it? So we'll get all these out. And then I'm gonna run it through and we'll see how well it works. I know it worked. I mean, I've used it and it does work, but this is a big one. So let's see if it works on this big one. This big die cut. I'm gonna go ahead and put that through, just like you would a die. So you just put it, and then put it on top and run it through. And I don't know if it's static or what it is that keeps it out. The little piece of paper to stay out. Let's see if it works. So it doesn't cut totally through, but it should do its job. And I'm going to use Mossy Meadow for this. And I tried to center it, so hold on. It looks like I do have some of that stuck in there. Smells good. Not that your die cut smells bad, but you know, dryer sheets smell good. So a dryer sheet got stuck in it. So I don't know if it'll work for the paper. We'll soon find out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get a nice little border. And I will trim down the other sides that are not. Oh, you can't see, I'm not on the camera very well. So I did a border on 2 sides that's pretty close to being even. No, that's the right thing. And I'll just trim the other sides. Put that through. Let's see if the dryer sheet method works. Cross your fingers. Let's see. Ooh, maybe some of it, not all of it. So now I'm gonna have to sit and poke it out. Oh, maybe not. Oh, look at that. I'm making a mess, but it's coming out. Oh, I think it did work. I mean, this is a very detailed die, so I mean, I can understand it not working perfectly, but it's working pretty well. I'm making a mess of my table. But it seems like it did a pretty good job. Not too bad, right? They're poking out quick. I'm sure it worked even. It would work even better. Yeah, see if you just hit it, it kind of comes out, and it didn't get stuck in the. Look, it all came out of the die itself. But we need these out. The center, I guess we don't because it's going to get covered. But all the sides need to be out because you'll see them. Almost. Sorry, probably boring watching me pick them out, but I don't know what else to do. See, this is something I should have probably done ahead of time. But I think it's cool to see the whole process sometimes. Okay. So this week is the high school's homecoming, and I work for 4th through 8th grade, but we do the homecoming things too. And so far we've had, dress up day, because we also had pictures that day. What else did we do? PJ day. And today was Wacky Wednesday. And then tomorrow is surf and turf. Not like shrimp and steak, but like, I don't know, like water and land. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe just wear. I'm not very adventurous. You know, in high school I didn't care for doing this, and you know what, as an adult, I don't care to do it either, but I do it so because the kids think it's fun, even at 4K. So probably just wear maybe one of my husband's Hawaiian shirts. That's as close as surf and turf I think that I'm going to get. Okay, I got a huge mess. One more thing, and that's the simple circle. And then I think I have all that I could have done. Yeah, we need for this. There was a lot of die cutting in this one. Maybe should have done some of this, huh? See, this one would have been good to have run it through too, because of all these little dots and stuff. These come out pretty quick though. I tried doubling this, you know, like putting 2 pieces of cardstock, and it does cut it, but then you have to sit and do each individual, so you might as well just take the time and do one at a time, because it probably takes just as long to sit there and take them all out as it does to do you know, do actual circles. Okay, let's see if I can get this cleaned up really quick. Sorry, wasting time, but this is a disaster. Okay, I think we got it. Now we can put this card, do a little stamping, and then put the card together. Like I said, there's not a lot of stamping on this card, but there is a lot of die cutting. So, let's see. Oh, and embossing. We have to emboss this. And we had to use the plaid embossing folder, and I'm trying to think. I thought I had everything out. Put it back. There it is. I did. I actually put something back. Okay, so to emboss this, I went ahead and kind of folded this around. Let me make sure it's going to, yeah, and did this, and then I put it through. So it didn't just emboss the front of this card. And this is the one that you only use the dark gray plate with the bottom layer. Always think of breaking the machine because those sounds it makes, but you're not. So then we get that. I love that embossing folder. It can be used for so many things. Okay, and then we're going to stamp "Blessed to Have You in My Life" on the circle. I think I used that last time too. I should have used something up. Should I use Autumn Wishes? Let's use Autumn Wishes on this one. This one. We'll use Autumn Wishes. Use pecan pie. Use pecan pie, mossy meadow. Probably could even use Cajun, even though there's no Cajun, but I think it would go really well with this. I don't know why I'm having problems. I'm going to try again. Oh, I can't try again. Doesn't look as nice on this side, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. I tell you, I'm not good at the rubber stamps. That's better. I like that better. The die cut doesn't look quite as good, but it'll do. Nobody that we probably knows well, and you, and it's the back side of it. Okay, and then I used pecan pie and blending brush, and I just went and did the edges so they weren't so plain. Just around. don't like just plain edges most of the time. Okay. Easy as that. Towel. I want the card to get all wet. Okay. Now we can add our things. Okay, so on the front, what I did was put this rectangle up here with about the same border, and then this one right to the bottom right. So let's go ahead with the same border also, so they kind of lapped over each other. Keep getting tape stuck to me, it's in my elbow. And it's hard with this paper because those lines aren't straight, so don't look at the lines to line them up. You just gotta eyeball it a little bit. This one go down here, about the same all the way around. I got it. I was using embossing powder and something else, so that might be it. Stuck to the silicone mat. So the deer, I popped up some. Just the deer, not the bottom part, I think. Let me look. Maybe I didn't. Oh no, I lied. I did not. I popped up the circle though. So I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals. Use that all up. So fun to use up a thing of dimensionals. And again, we're going to tuck some things behind it. I'm going to go ahead and add a little piece of ribbon I have. At least you don't use a lot of this ribbon. You know, when you're tying bows, sometimes it seems like you're using so much of the ribbon. This, you don't do a lot of bow tying. Again, I jumped the gun and did this. I should have done this taping the ribbon before, but I didn't, so I just folded in half and stuck it behind. And then we might as well add, I may have thrown away the center of this. Darn. Might as well add our leaf. There we go. When I was doing my cleanup, I think I threw away the center of the leaf, you know, the thing that was in there. Oh well. Oh, look at me. Did it wrong. Okay. And then I just added this. See, this has got to go in more. We're going to just add it to the dimensional because it's got to go up or it'll hang off the card. And you won't be able to put it in an envelope. There we go. I had a piece of tape so it doesn't fall off. And then one more dimensional, because I use that one. There we go. Now we think we should be good. I'll just trim up the... Now I'm not going to put this down, this side down, or this bottom down, because we have to add our deer. And what I did was I stuck it, and then the little baby deer's ear went up and over it. Hold on. Like that. Keep on getting stuck when I'm not supposed to yet. There we go. Bring it out just a little bit. We'll need to add a little bit of glue to the bottom. And stick that down. You want the gold paper, or the bronze paper to line up at the bottom. You can add a little glue, you don't have to the deer. I'll trim off this and this. Okay, and then we add 3 little embellishments, just like I did before. Oops. Using my fingers instead of the take your pick tool. Using the take your pick tool is much better because it gets underneath the sticky stuff. And then we'll do the inside. There we go. And the inside is... What I did was I took this and put it over the top and tried to get the same border around it. As close to it. And we have to add, you can't put it on everything, but you put, I put it around the outside strip. All the way around, and then I just dotted it on some of the leaves. And you'll have some cardstock in the center, so you really don't have to worry about the center, because the center will be held down by that cardstock. Okay, I think that'll be good. And we'll line it up on this. And this one, oh, forgot I did that. We take this piece, and just like I used these from the botanical notes, I will get the small rectangle. If I can remember what I did with the botanical notes. See, I really should not do that. I put it back. And imagine you putting it back because I have dyes out. Oh, here it is. I buried it. Okay, I used this. So I'm going to go ahead and first stamp Grateful for You. And actually I used the bigger one. Did I use the one bigger? No. I used a small one. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my black. I'm going to stamp this with pecan pie again. Yay. I remember when I was doing it, I had problems getting it straight. Ooh, jeez. Took my light out. So I thought we were done die cutting, but we have to die cut this last thing out. Forgot about it. And then I just took that ribbon again and did like a weave, back and forth weave. Show ya. Take a piece of tear and tape. And the back. Take it. Tied it in a knot. Okay. Burnish and peel it off. And I just went up and down and up and down. And it's kind of squishes. It doesn't stay like rounded. It kind of flattens itself out. There we go. Okay. This. And we have to put this in here. And just tracing it. This is going to go in the center of that. So that's why I said you don't really need to get all the little pieces out of here because it was going to get covered up. And then this is going to get put on dimensionals. Where did I put them? Oh, right there. And put it at the bottom right corner. And then we are done with card number 2. There we go. So there we go. Pretty similar. Changed up the autumn wishes and didn't add this little piece because I think I threw it away to this one. But that's okay. I don't think it's needed. It's just I had extra. So okay. On to card number 3. Which one is it? Okay, so we do coloring on this. This one is the pumpkin. We haven't used that yet. We use black memento. So we can do the coloring. I think they say the black memento works best because with the others, they're water-based and they can bleed when you're using the alcohol-based markers. Okay. We also need to die cut out a little piece for the greeting. And that is using these botanical notes again. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, they turned out good. Sometimes these really detailed ones don't turn out quite as good because of me, not because of the stamp. The stamp is awesome, but sometimes I just don't put the correct pressure on it, or too much pressure. You know, you just got to get it correct. And then I'm just going to stamp this one, Grateful for You. And I did mossy, but I can't find my mossy. Did I actually put it away? I don't think so. Nope. I didn't put it away, and it's not over here. Interesting. Oh, I thought, no, that's garden green. I'll show you what I was in the next class once I'm done with this one. But, oh well. We're going to go ahead and use pecan pie again. Slowly go. My basset hound thinks he needs to go out, but he went out right before I started, so he definitely does not need to go out. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. Stamp. There we go. Now, I need more die cutting on that too. So, what I did on the inside is I die cut one of the specialty paper flowers and the, not flowers, hello, fuck, leaves. And then one out of the paper, this paper right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get that ready too. We might as well die cut it out. And we'll have to die cut this out. That's the other one. It's like a puzzle once you figure it out. Oops, my finger got stuck in the movie. Okay, we'll do this die cutting and we'll color. Then we just have to do that leaf, and then I think that's the die cutting. Oh no, I need two more of those leaves. I forgot. One on the inside. One on the inside, one on, and two on the outside. So we'll make a little pile. And then we will cover it. know. She's got the worst bark. Sorry, Hazel, but you do. It hurts your ears. Okay, we'll do the leaf again. We'll do it on this one, and then we just have to do the leaf 2 more times. I'm sorry. I wish they had more than one of those leaves. It would have been awesome. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. So I'm gonna keep all of it again. Maybe I want to put that middle in. And then 2 in the front. Okay, now I think we have all our pieces. We get to color. I think we'll find out. Okay, so when I colored this, I think, yep, I used Cajun Craze. Is that what I used? Yep, light and dark Cajun Craze. I used pumpkin pie, light and dark. I used some different greens. Oops, I used yellows. I used daffodil and darling duckling. And like I said, I use greens. I have a tendency of just doing until I think it looks right. I have no rhyme or reason. I just go and do it. Just until I think. I don't know what other people do, but it is something that I enjoy to do. Especially when Stampin' Up! Gives you the shading areas that they think should be like the dark. Do you see the little lines? I consider that where they want the shading. So I go ahead. See, thinking the start of the year, changing subject here while I'm coloring. I want to start a scrapbooking class. And have it monthly. If you're watching and you're interested, please let me know. Shoot me a message. Scrapbooking was my first love. That's how I started. And then, I don't know, this is turned into this when I started stamping, because more people nowadays, they do a lot of stamping and scrapbooking, but I feel like in the past it was more just card making. And now it's become so much more. And I miss scrapbooking. So, I don't know. I think the first year would be a good time to start something. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I have a group of girls that we don't scrapbook as much. Sometimes we come online and scrapbook, but we don't meet each other as much. We used to go to a place called Hannah's Home Accents. It's in Antioch, Illinois. Some of us lived in Illinois, some of us lived in Wisconsin, but it's close enough to the border that we can do both. And I actually, my youngest son was 1.5 years. He's 25 now. And I went to Hannah's Home Accent all by myself, and I sat down and I met a bunch of girls. And not a bunch, but like 4 or 5. And since then, we've known each other, like I said, for that long. So, for 23, 24 years, which is pretty kind of crazy, all because of scrapbooking. So that has always been my first love of scrapbooking. I mean, of paper crafting. So it's just a fun thing to do. It just really bonds you. We've gone through a lot together and continue to. They're more avid. They go online and scrap more together. I'm bad. I don't get there all the time. But when I do, I enjoy it. I love spending time with them. See how I just keep going over, and sometimes it runs me into trouble because then it starts bleeding too much. Anyway, for the wheat, I use light crumb cake also. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what I chose. And I added just a little bit of one of the yellows. Some greens, different greens. I think I used the lights of Old Olive and Mossy Meadow for the leaves. And I think a couple of them, I did this a couple times. I used little Cajun craze in there too. Which I might add a little color, because that's green, and pumpkin vine, let's add a little Cajun craze really quick in here. So, stock, I did both light Old Olive and then just a little bit, and then I used crumb cake. And then the yellow, I used all 3 yellows that I used before and just played with them until I liked it. It couldn't be just yellow, one dimension color. It's just trial by error, like, you like it, okay, if not, add more. Or I found using this thing, it is the color lifter. Oh my gosh, this thing totally works. If you don't like something you did, it totally works. I was so shocked. I thought, really? How is that possible? But it works. I love it. And it kind of gives a little something too. Like, you can use it just for highlighting and stuff, if that makes sense. I'll show you. I'll take some of it off. Hold on. What is that? No, Smoky Slate. I'm sorry. Okay, so just say that I wanted to lift some of the color off the leaf. Watch this. This is so cool. See how it's lightening up? See the difference? Maybe you can't see it as well as I can. Or I would see it. Just take some of this. There we go. You could see that, I'm sure. I just think that's so cool. See how it's lightening the... I kind of like that look. But it lifts the color. See? I don't know. I never used it before, and I thought that was so cool when I did use it. Okay, so done coloring. Let's do some gluing. Where are these? Put this over here. Okay. So this just gets centered. The DSP just gets centered in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and glue. To the center of this. This is Cajun Craze. I really like this color. Never realized how much I liked it until I used this set. But I do. And then this goes in the center of the card so that there's about the same top and bottom mat. Let's line it up. Push it down. Oh, I did emboss this with that crinkle. Let's see if I have it here. Just used it yesterday. Well, next time. It's it looks like corrugated cardboard. So I did dry emboss that. So that's going to go down, and it kind of comes down to the bottom and a little bit more to the right. And you need a little bit extra glue because of the ridges on this. So down to the bottom and to the right. Okay. And then this I popped up again, but I'm not going to do what I did the last two times. I'm going to go ahead and add tear and tape. If I can find it. You probably can see it. Oh, yep, there it is. I'll add tear and tape before. Be smart about it. And add two little pieces of that ribbon again. And then we'll stick all the fun stuff behind it. So about 3 inches each, give or take. And then you just trim it off. Okay. So one. This side. I did backwards, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Change is good. One up here. And then put it on dimensionals. Tear and tape over this. Dimensional it. I don't think that's a word. I just made it into a verb. Dimensional it. I don't think that's a word. But we're going to go with it, right? Doesn't hurt. I'm going to just put this in the lower corner. We'll trim up the pieces in a minute. Just like that. and then start adding our things in. So I added this up here. Let's see if I can, there we go. I might have to glue it. Just a little bit. Stick it back down there. There we go. And then we're going to add this one over in this corner. So I did change it up a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe I'll put it down here. No, I like it up here. There we go. And then I added these, because why not? We have them. Over here. Guys, go lay down. Not time yet. Go lay down. You want me to go to bed? I never go to bed early, but my husband does, because he gets up super early. And for some reason, they want me to go to bed. Okay, and these go on the inside. Okay, let's trim these up a little bit. Too long. I need to get better scissors. And then we'll add the sentiment that we did. And all I did was take tear and tape again. And I used the twine, which I love, love, love. Like, this is my favorite thing to use. And I just kind of did a messy nest a few times around my fingers. And add it to the back. I added it a little bit closer to the grateful, and then I did to the center. I just twisted it and put it in. I like the messy look. I don't know. When it comes to nature stuff. Go ahead and put a piece of tear and tape over that so it doesn't move anywhere. And then added that with dimensionals, I think. Yep. But the thing is, you don't need a dimensional. I'm going to put it a little higher because I put this a little different. So you don't need a dimensional on this side. You just need it on this side. Just a little glue here. Well, they're sticky there. I don't. Oh, baby. Hey. I think she's lonely. I'm almost done. So, add that tweet there. And then we added some dots. No. She's giving me attitude. Hazel. How does an almost not even 10-pound dog give such attitude? I would like to know that. But she does. And then we do the inside. The inside, all I did was put these strips, same colors as the front. Put them close together. And add some glue. This one. Right next to it. just trim them right off. Snip here. And here. Okay. Then I took the leaves. I stamped "You're Simply the Best." I lost my little black. I did a little class during the summer. I don't know what I did with it. I have to order more. This makes me sad. That was like one of my favorite blocks. And I'm going to use pecan pie. Oop. Exactly. I totally agree with you. Twine is my favorite thing. Sometimes they overwhelm me is right. They make me think too hard, the ribbons, where the twine is so simple. You can either bow it or you can just twist it. I love fraying it. I mean, it's just a simple way to do things. There we go. And then I glued these down and then added the bow. So see, last time I put the message too close this side, so I didn't know which way. No, I think I still like it on this side. Got a little bit of blue. And then the pretty bronzy one. I really like this paper. Now what I did is I just tied a knot, or no, not a knot, a bow with the twine, and I did a double one. So, oops, I made a knot in it. Made a knot in the twine before I even started anything. Okay. There we go. Usually I struggle a little bit more than that. I'm going to jinx myself. I shouldn't say anything. When I'm doing live, I don't make them that quick usually. Oh my goodness, I need new scissors, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't have theirs anymore. So I gotta search for something that I like. And I glue dotted this bow on. See, I did that wrong because now, well, I can twist the bow. There we go. So it's hard to see the sentiment. Just play with the bow a little bit. There. Okay, we'll go ahead and glue that in the inside. I think that's all I did. Yep. And then we have one more card to do, and it's my favorite tree. I think I've praised this tree so much, people are probably tired of it. But I love it. Okay, there we go. Oops. Card number 3. I know it sticks out a little bit, but you could either cut it, or I like it long, so it could still go in the envelope, no problem. Okay, my last one. Are we ready? Okay. This tree is so pretty. Oh, I forgot. Well, I did some for my craft fair, so I won't have to color that. But I did want to show you how I colored this. Because it looks a little intimidating, but it really is not. Because you kind of just color. There's no rhyme or reason. So you stamp 2 images. You don't need the whole tree on one. What are you guys sniffing over there? Huh. You don't need the whole tree on one. You just need really the top part, but then you need the whole tree. So this is how I did it. Everybody does it differently, and I know there's no rhyme or reason to it. But I started with the dark mossy green, and all the little areas that have those, I just squiggled. All those areas, I just squiggled around. No perfectness. That's why I love this thing, because there's no, you can't do it wrong. Hazel. Nothing you do will matter. As long as it's colored in, you're all good. Good to go. And before I knew that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard. And when I die cut it out, I was like in awe of the whole process and the whole tree itself. I know, silly to be in awe of the tree, but it really is a cool thing. I can't get enough of it. Okay, then then I added some light mossy green and some old olive, all the greens, and then I even added in some Cajun craze for fall like and stuff. I have 2 sets of each in here for some reason. So then I just added some of the same, and I just kind of went around it. No special reason or rhyme of where to do it, what to do. Just add it here and there. Just to give it a little dimension. And the branches are what scared me too, because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so small. How am I going to do those? Wait. It's so cool. No, go ahead. No. Shh. Now I didn't put as much of the Cajun craze in as I do the green, and I'm going to cover it over with some green too. And you can always add some to it. And the other one is even less, like it's even more sporadic. Okay. And now I just went over it with light olive over the whole entire tree. Even the Cajun craze. You just want to cover it. And the brown will go back into brown for the trunks and the branches. Guys, come on. A little bit more time. They're like, Mom, it's late. We want to go to bed. We want to sleep on the couch and snuggle up against you. Okay. So then we can go back now and do the branches. What did I do with my pecan pie? I did pecan pie, and I just kind of scribbled in here. No specific. Just where you see like that you think that there are branches, I just added brown to it. Until, I mean, of course, when I get down to the area that you can actually see the branches, I was a little more accurate with the lines. You think it would be so hard, like it would take so long, but honestly it doesn't, because of the way the dye works. And wait till you see it. It's so cool. And this, let me get the other side out. Okay, and then I used a little, I think it was dark crown cake. Let's see what it looks like. I can't remember. I think it is. Because I didn't want it super, yeah. Dark crumb cake. And just blend it a little bit. Once you die cut, you can go back if you need to. And I just added a little bit in the tree. So it's just adding here and there, whatever you think. Just to give it some dimension once you cut it out. Okay. Ready to see? Okay. So now we put the die cut on it. And this die cut is massive. Hold on, let me get it. I'm looking for it. Looking in my mess here. I mean, I shouldn't say it's massive. I mean, there's bigger, I'm sure, but this thing is so cool. Okay, so you get 2 pieces. You line up the one for the outside. So you can get the border and the tree actually cut out. And then you add this part of the tree down inside. And you just kind of drop it in. It really has no specific. And like I said, you can go back and color if you think something looks wrong. Let me go ahead and put this through and I'll show you the magic. Off. Ready. This is so exciting. Look at this. See what I mean? Like, it really doesn't matter what you do. It just comes out beautiful. Doesn't it look like a real tree? If you want to go back, you can always go back and touch up where you think it doesn't look right. But honestly, it does not take much to do this tree. And it turns out so pretty. So I think I am going to go back just really quick because there's some of this area that didn't get. And we'll just add a little bit more to the edges. The areas that didn't get. Because sometimes you just can't see it. I mean, isn't that the coolest die? So cool. Okay, but then you want the 3D part. So what you do is then, even more sporadic than you did with that, you take this and you just pretty much color. Like no, I keep saying this, no rhyme or reason, but even more no rhyme or reason. We're just going to color like this. And you're going to add some of the light. I mean, I put a lot of dark, that's okay. I need a new one. It's dying. You don't really need brown for this one. You know, like for the branches, because it doesn't get cut out like that. You could add brown for the leaves themselves. You know, like a crumb cake. I'm definitely going to add some Asian praise here and there and everywhere. Wait, you'll see. It's like a miracle because it lets you just be, lets you be okay. I'm gonna add yellow. I haven't done it before and see what happens. And a little brown. Wrong side. Look at that funny. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is the cool part. So you're going to take that other die, which is, I'll show you. Gus, stop. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Wrong set. I think the big die would be in there, but it's not. The tree die. Okay, so then you take this and you put it on top. And you just kind of line it up. See, the point is up there, so I just kind of lined up the point up there, and pretty much that's it. It doesn't matter, and then I'm sure you don't even have to do that. I just chose to. Ready? So cool is can't fall on the door. No, it's fucking inside. I don't know why this set makes me so happy. It definitely makes my heart happy. Okay. Oops, I gotta be careful though, I almost ripped it. Because it is very delicate. And again, you can go back if you see something that's not colored enough. You definitely can go back, or if you want more red, or you know, have red Cajun, or more browns. Okay, it's coming. Just gotta be gentle. Because like I said, it's pretty delicate, especially after the coloring. Okay. Poke out all the pieces. I should run that one. This one should be run through with the dryer sheet. Okay, I see that there's little pieces here that don't have color, so I'm gonna go back and get a little Cajun. And then I'll go back with green, because that Cajun is bright until you cover it. Wrong side. There we go. Okay. Now we put it on top of the tree to give it like a 3D look. So I found some pokey parts. Okay, and then you just line it up. See the up here? I'm going to go ahead and put the little dimensionals on it. Sometimes you have to cut them in half. But sometimes they're okay. And you don't need a lot of them. See, I did cut them. Cut a few of them in half. And just add them down to the bigger parts. I know this seems like a lot of work, and you definitely don't have to use. I've seen many cards without coloring. They use the die cuts and die cut them on cardstock, and they're really pretty too. I just love coloring, so I go for it. I don't care that it takes me a long time to do it. But if you care about that, then this isn't how you do it. You do it with the die cuts. And make a pretty card with the die cuts. Just the die cuts. Or die cuts and stamping without coloring, you know? And then just pull off all the backs. And place it down. I stuck it to it. This piece is so delicate. Isn't it the coolest thing? It looks so awesome and like so 3D. I know, easily amused. I know. Okay. So let's put our card together. The background paper is somewhat dimensional, so I didn't want to. Is from this stack. What is this called? It was that big bundle that came with the gallery blooms. Some of it is gallery blooms and some is in autumn. I do not have any more of this with the barn in the back, but I thought any of these would work. I'm going to use this one, I think. And we can just add it to that one. I played with best, and then I just cut the paper to the tree size. I mean, to the what it should be. So let me get this out really quick. This is the rest of the card. Oh, I already did color it, so I said I would take it out. Okay. So this goes on the inside. No. And then I need a piece of, I forgot to cut this. And this is crumb cake. 4.80 by 5 and 3/8. Because then the DSP needs to be 4 by 5 1/4. So 4. Make sure that lines up. That's good. And then I'm going to take some of the sky off. I think taking more of the sky is better than taking the bottom because of the tree itself. Because this needs to be 5 1/4. Correct. Yeah. Okay, so we glue this down. Add it to the mat. Just get it so that it's somewhat straight all the way around, even all the way around. Then we're going to add the tree, and because it already has dimension, we're not going to add dimension. I'm just going to add glue. Okay, and I kind of stuck it a little bit further to the right. And then I stamped Autumn Wishes on this die cut. This came from, I have it. These. The Nestle Essential dies. This little guy did. Autumn Wishes here. And again, I used pecan pie, and then I used the blending brush to go around it too. I need to leave that open because I need to take my blending brush and do the edges. Give it a little bit something. I don't like it just plain. Now I put away, I think I have to stamp something in the center, but for now, that will do. Wipe this off. It's not very wet, so I don't think I need to dry it. I think I need a new wipey. Okay. Let's add this to the front. Oops. I really need to start cleaning it as I go because my workspace, can you even see what I'm doing? Okay, and this I did put on dimensionals, but first I added this little bit of ribbon. Once again, I was playing around and I did make a ribbon. I did make a bow, so you can make a bow, but I just feel like they're not the prettiest bows. When you know, there's so many other ribbons out there that make pretty bows. With this, it's just better to kind of fold it in half. Just gonna add it to the side, and then use dimensionals to give it a little pop to match the tree. Okay, and I kind of tucked it under this branch. I don't know if it'll work on this one. Yeah, it did. Just so it looks like it's, there we go. Trim this up. Add a dot. I can't remember what I did on, oh, I know what I did. I have to cut this off. So this I did earlier, and see how this is, I kind of bled the way, because I kept adding. I used that eraser, this, and it took a lot of it away. So let me go ahead and cut that out. Oh gosh, I have a mess going here. Surprise, surprise, right? Nope. If you've seen me before, that's how I work, unfortunately. I want to be clean and neat and orderly and all that good stuff. Don't know how to be that way when it comes to my crafting. So put this through. I have some exciting news too. I am planning, hope this works, and I hope people want to watch 12 Days of Christmas, where I'm going to go for 12 days. I'm going to be one project a day. I'm going to do Christmas things, and I'll show you the set that I'm going to use. Let me finish this first, and then I'm going to do a live in person too, where you can make all 12 things at one time. So let me go ahead, and this is going to go on dimensionals again. I'm just going to go on the inside. know probably dimensionals on the inside isn't a good idea, but I just like the look. So I went, why not? Right? Just go for it. So I'm really excited. I've never done anything like this. I'm going to make up 12 projects, cards, tags, maybe a banner, notebook, just some fun Christmassy things. And the suite I'm going to use is modern. Oops, wait. Let me stamp this. Grateful for you. Modern Christmas, I think it is. Ornamental Christmas is the stamp set. And I'm also going to use A Child is Born. And, oops. And it's going to be product based, so you're going to get two things of paper, 2 packs of paper, 2 packs of embellishment. Let me do that again. Talking and stamping, I don't do well. 2 packs of embellishments, 2 packs of some type of ribbon, and make lots of things and have lots of things left over. So it's kind of the, don't like that either. What am I doing wrong? Hold on, gotta cut myself a piece. So, I mean, this is the biggest thing I've ever done, and I really don't have a lot of clientele, so I'm hoping I can get some clientele for this, because I'm going to be doing the projects very soon and show you sneak peeks. I don't want to show everything, because I want it to be kind of a surprise on what's going to happen. And I already have it out there on my I emailed to customers, a few customers I do have, and I'm going to put it out on Facebook once I figure out how to do that. And hopefully I'll get a response, because I'm really excited about it. And like I said, and then on November, all the way in November 15th, I'm going to do it live also. I found this cute little coffee shop that has a room in the back that will let me do a class. So I'm pretty excited about that. So hopefully I can get a couple people to come in person and do the fun projects. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this. So weird. It's going to take cake. Now, so weird. The little area didn't have any color. Add that there. And then once again, I used and did a double bow. Thought, why not carry it on right into the thing? So that's what's coming up for me. And I also have another class, online class coming up October 15th. And I'll show you those cards too. I'm really impressed with this set. I didn't think I was going to like it. I mean, I got it. I thought it was cute. But I like it so much more after I used it than I thought I would, if that makes sense. And I'll show you those. They're more whimsical, not as, pretty and no coloring or anything. So I think that's why I didn't think I was going to like it as much, because I love coloring so much. But, oh my gosh, they're so fun. And it's Christmas, so anything to do with Christmas for me. Well, some is Christmas, some is fall. Okay. There we go. We'll put this on the inside. And we made them all. Woohoo! Sorry, it took a while. With the coloring, I wanted to show you the tree and stuff. I think any of those papers, those background papers, work really well with this. Except for the one that has bolts. That wouldn't work. So, here we go. The boat is sticking out again a little bit, but I don't think that's a big deal. Okay, let me show you all the cards that I made today. So we got this one. Kind of like this one better. this one. And this one. And this one. Again, please contact me if you'd like this class sent to you. I would love to prepare it for you so that you can make them too. And then let me show you October 15th. It's another Wednesday. I try to go live on Wednesdays. My husband works late on Wednesdays, or at least he works and then goes out with his friends for dinner, so it works well. So October 15th at 7 o'clock, I used Trucking Company in the dyes. I did not think I was going to love it as much as I do. Well, the only thing I didn't care for were the sayings, just because they're so itty bitty. So I used some of those, but then I also used the alphabet letters that Stampin' Up! Has. So this is one of them. It's your birthday. Enjoy. This is one. Hello. Thinking of you. And then this one, I'll show my favorite last. Season's greetings. I like that one, but it's not my favorite. This is my favorite. I just think it's so cool. Okay, I don't know if it was Rose Coleman or who it was, somebody used these as lights. They're actually the corn tabs. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I should emboss the ends silver so that they look like lights. And oh my gosh, I just love this card. And then I embossed the snow. I did use a embossing folder that we don't have anymore, but I'll supply that for you, the embossed. I just wanted snow in the sky, and I don't think we had that. Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. I don't think we have anything like that anymore. But I put snow on the tractor, used the wave for the snow. I don't know why. I just love this. And I know I embossed the inside, but I swear, I figured you can write up here, just because I just thought that was pretty. So I really had a lot of fun with this. So this class is coming up October 15th. If you'd like this class, same price, $25 plus $6 shipping, or $50 purchase through Stampin' Up! Through me. And this is my information again. If you need to contact me or need any information, I can give you a catalog or information on product. The thing is also, any of these classes that you see online can be made into an in-person. So if you are in the area and would like an in-person class of any of these classes I'm showing, please contact me. By texting is the best bet, not calling. It's hard for me I'm a teacher, so I don't always get my calls until later, where I can see a text and then know that I can text later. Or you can email me at georgies2longdogs@gmail.com, or Facebook message me at 2longdogs and a stamper. Oh, I wanted to show you these. These are hold on, I'm looking. The stamp sets I'm going to use for my 12 days of Christmas fun. This comes with a whole dies and paper and embellishments and all kinds of stuff. It's Ornamental Christmas. It's a lot of golds and blacks and whites, but I'm also going to be adding color into it too. And then it comes with dies too. And then this one is a child that is born, no dies, just a stamp set. So everything's going to be supplied for you to make these cards, except for the stamp sets themselves. I will die cut everything, but if you want the die cuts. So this will be an add-on. You can add on both of these. And like I said, I'm going to put that out on Facebook and try really hard to get that out. So, yeah, let me go ahead and switch you around so I can say goodbye and thank you. Let's see. Am I doing this right? Am I going to be upside down? Let's see. There's my ceiling. Here's my wall. I think you just see my wall. Okay, hold on. Let me switch you around. Sorry, guys. One of these days I'll get this right without struggling. There I am. Sorry, guys. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you see it in rerun, please go ahead and message me so that I know that you watched it. I love to see who is out there and who's with me and watching. And like I said, if you need any information or need any Stampin' Up! Items, products, the class itself, just reach out to me. I'm there. Okay? Take care. I hope something makes you happy and actually make you smile and makes your heart happy today and every day. Take care. Oh my goodness. Something fell off my wall. I bumped it. Take care. Bye-bye.